customers in your consulting efforts? Or with a willingness to put one forward without it?
I've seen customers who are prepared to move part of the way down this route. For many, however, the stumbling block is their understanding of what design space is. And for a lot of customers, they see design space as being a way of representing their knowledge of the product to the agency. And I think one of the things that we really need to start to move forward on is to understand that there are multiple components to design space. And in fact, you should be able to move from your design space through into a manufacturing space, which is equally an n-dimensional space, but where rather than describing what you're doing to the product in terms of product variables, you're describing it in terms of your control system. And there's a fairly easily definable transformation between the two. And when we start to get people into that mindset, the mindset that their processes are controllable, they're not just something that they set off and let go, then we'll really start to see things change in the industry. As long as we continue to have this mindset that I have a set of SOPs and my process runs, and I want good quality product at the end, instead of saying I have to measure the quality all the way through and drive the process along the trajectory that I want it to go along, which after all is what happens in every other industry. Until farmers start to adopt that, it's not really going to be able to change, and it's not really going to be able to go to the regulators and give the regulators what they're actually looking for.
Frank, do you have anything to add?
No, I agree with the point from that standpoint, because we see that our customers are depending on us to help them a little bit as to what they need, and the biggest thing we find is a lot of times getting into some of the change management issues that we face. And that's a very, very big issue right there. And it depends on really the guile of the customer as to wanting to where do they want to go with the whole process of how successful they are. I mean, that's where it starts. We can help, but we can't do it.
Lars?
I just want to comment that I think we have to take a little bit of the mystery away from PAT. I think we discussed this early on. Just to start measuring standard, pH, temperature, pressure, and begin to run them through a multivariate analysis and look at the curve and look at how your process is in control, and you will learn much more about your process. Everybody believes that PAT is about near instruments and instruments that are expensive. We don't know them, but it's not. It's very, very simple. You get to learn your own process. The more you can show consistency in your process, the better off you are. And we're not good about that.
Can I really want to push that point. PAT is not about spending great money. PAT is about understanding your process and controlling it. We're having a discussion last time, and I said you can use an actuator or you can use a human being. But you need to do this. Now, as an example, you get into your car and you drive home. Unless you know the road, and unless you can see where you're going, and unless you turn the steering wheel and work with the brake and the accelerator, you won't get home. Saying, I've done it 50 times, I can do it another time, I can only shut my eyes and just sit in the car and press go, you won't get there. But if I look at an additional point, if you look at the list up there, and please don't take this the wrong way, I think you need to stop thinking about what will FDA do. I think you need to start saying, number one, what will the consumers do? And how will the consumers get the maximum benefit? Number two, how will my shareholders do? Trust me, I think the biggest regulator are your shareholders. You may not believe me, or you may not want to agree with me publicly, but they have more teeth than the regulators. And then the regulators are really the last, we're there to maintain the minimum requirements. The GM